My name is Karina, and this story is about something that wasn't supposed to happen. But it did. I went away for the weekend. Alone. No drama. No emotions. Just a reset. To escape the noise, people, familiar routines. I found a house, a private place with a nice interior, good reviews, and a reasonable price. Trusted platform. Verified host. I checked 27 photos, read every review, even messaged the owner. Everything looked flawless. The house was modern, recently renovated. Kitchen, bedroom, small office. Minimalist. It even smelled clean. Nothing felt off. In fact, it felt too perfect to raise suspicion. The first day went by without anything unusual. I unpacked, walked around the city, stopped by a cafe. In the evening I watched a movie, then went to bed. A perfect solo getaway. At 4:17 a.m. I woke up. Not from a sound. Just woke up like something pulled me out of sleep. Eyes open. Breathing faster. Heart racing. I didn't know why, but I couldn't move. My body felt like something was happening in the next room. But there was no sound. Just total silence. That thick kind of silence that presses into you. No panic. Just a cold awareness. I lay there completely still, just listening. Eyes scanning the ceiling. Waiting. I stayed like that for an hour. Didn't turn on the light. Eventually told myself it was exhaustion. Change of place, the wine, the silence. Talked myself down. Fell back asleep. In the morning, everything looked normal. But when I made coffee, I noticed. The knife I used to cut a lemon the night before was in the sink. I hadn't washed it. I'd left it next to the cutting board. A small detail. But I noticed. Second night, I went out again. No tension. Just walking. A book, a drink, fresh air. Came back around 9 p.m. Street was calm. House looked untouched. When I inserted the key, I felt something. The door wasn't quite shut tight. Not open. Just a slight give, like it had been closed without latching fully. Inside everything looked the same. But the rug near the kitchen table was slightly off-center. I remembered fixing it yesterday, specifically adjusting it with my foot. My cup was also closer to the edge of the table than I left it. I slowly checked the entire house. Closets. Cabinets. Under the bed. Turned off the music. Took pictures of the kitchen, the book, the chair. Just in case. Found nothing. But from that point on, I no longer felt alone in that house. That night I didn't sleep. I lay in bed, watching a show on silent. At one point I felt it, moisture in the air. Barely there. Like when someone comes in from outside and brings the cold with them. I got up. Moved quietly. Turned on lights one by one. Walked the house again. Something had shifted. Not the smell. Not the temperature. Just the air itself. Like it had been breathed by someone else a few minutes ago. I passed the bathroom. Stopped. There was a mark on the mirror. One line. Horizontal. Even. As if someone had drawn a finger across the fog. But I hadn't used the bathroom that evening. And the mirror had been dry before. That was the moment the voice in my head stopped explaining things. At 3:38 a.m., my phone lit up. "You're still awake?" One line. Unknown number. No profile picture. No previous conversation. Just that single message. And silence. I stared at the screen. Didn't breathe. Didn't blink. My mind went completely blank, except for the words on the screen. I didn't reply. I didn't move. Just kept staring. Then, without thinking, I stood up. Took my jacket, wallet, keys. Put the phone in my pocket. Didn't turn off the lights. Just left. Quietly. Closed the door behind me. Sat in the car for 5 minutes before I could even press the gas. No GPS. No music. No calls. Just drove. Headlights and empty streets. And one question in my head. Is he still inside? I went home 2 days later. Left everything behind. Didn't leave a review. Didn't message the host. I never opened that app again. Deleted the account. On purpose. There was no break-in. No missing items. No incident. No crime. But everything had already happened. I still don't know who it was, the host, a neighbor, someone with access. But I know this. Not every threat needs to speak. Some of them just wait to see how you react to the smallest shift. And once they know you felt it, they never need to do anything else.